my name is Alexandra and welcome to my studio. Today I want to show you my new design. It's called Lilah hat and it's available on Ready to download. So it's a one skein of worsted weight yarn project, and I'm sure you have a lot of it in your stash, but I do recommend to use alpaca or alpaca blends because this way it makes it very drapey and it works beautifully for this particular design. Let me show you why. Because when it's on the hat, it's a slouchy hat. It's not too much of a slouchiness. If you want it to be more, just add a few rounds of stockinette stitch before you start crown shaping. And I have this note in my pattern how to do this. So, but otherwise it's very feminine, very timeless, and at the same time modish design because simplicity is very much in, and a bold design, bold elements are very much in. So very soon you will see them everywhere on shoes, purses, tops, bottoms, and here you go. Here is a one for your hat. So you start with the US 5 for ribbing, and I use Chiago. I always use Chiago. This is my favorite needles. And continue working in a twisted ribbon for 2 inches. Then you switch to US 7 and just continue working until you need to do the crown shaping. Switch to double points, finish crown shaping. And when you finish with the hat, what I do recommend to do, I always recommend to block crown part. So you don't have to block the whole hat, but what I do, I put it back on a shaper and I use a steam blocking. So I go with a steamer over it, like a couple of inches above the head, and use only over a crown and kind of pat it down and let it dry, usually like 24 hours. After that, it just gives a beautiful drape for the crown. So otherwise it kind of sticks out, so I don't like that. But so I always, in all my hats, I block the crown. So after you finish, all you need to do is to do duplicate stitch embroidery, and I do have tutorial in my channel how to do that. So you will need few yards of contrast yarn, and I do recommend to use the same yarn as your main yarn. You need scissors and a good tapestry needle. So it takes time to do. I have a lot of experience doing duplicate stitch. I'm really good at that. But it's still, for each bowl, it took me, I was watching Game of Thrones, and it took me 2 episodes of Game of Thrones to do one bowl. So it takes time, but it is what it is. So you do want to have a, like a beautiful and clean work done. So take your time. So let me show you the yarn I used. So for this particular design, again, you can use any worsted weight, very soft alpaca or alpaca blend. I used Elorea Cozy Alpaca. So it's 70% acrylic, 30 alpaca, drapes beautifully. It's got the, it comes in many beautiful colors. You can use any color combination, and it's really nice, this specific yarn, for duplicate stitch embroidery. So I used for my to do the bow, I used the same yarn just in black to do that, and it covers stitches beautifully. So one skein plus additional yarn, that's it, and time and patience. So when you download my pattern, it's 2 pages. It's got written instructions and a chart, so with the links on for duplicate stitch technique. So I do hope you like my new design and sign up for my channel, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.